All right, sit down, everybody. The photographers, please sit. A very warm welcome back. Thank you for joining us. If you are just joining us, we're in Sandton today for the latest in the series of New Age Business Briefings, brought to you by the SABC, and today very kindly sponsored by Transnet. And we're looking at environmental issues, and the local government elections are a backdrop for this conversation because a lot of the environmental issues actually happen on the ground at a municipal level. And we're looking at a big question now at the moment about the youth and how this environment can unlock potential for opportunities for the youth. And I'd just like to actually, I hope Sabelo Masinga is sitting down at table number 10 now. Sabelo, if you could stand up, let's get a microphone to you and then ask your question, because this is something I'd like to take up with the Minister now. Okay.
Morning, everybody. My name is Sabelo Masinga. We have seen discussions like this, but we don't see young people being empowered in terms of getting involved in different, how they can put it, on engaging in differences, or to bring a change in terms of environment. How do you will engage on partnering with young people and able to bring up new ideas and new challenges?
Okay, so there you go. And this is something you're cognizant of.
Yes.
How do we make sure that he feels included in the scenario? Let's start with you, Minister, and then perhaps you can share with us some of the things that are happening at the local municipality level.
Thank you very much, Peter, and thank you very much, Sabelo, for the question. First of all, I would like to say that the Department of Environmental Affairs is one of the departments in government that actually focuses much more on young people, almost in all the programs that we have. Just to inform you, as at last year, when we closed of the year, we had over 92,000 young people on our programs, various 14 programs that we have. All the working for or working on programs. Working on fire, working for water, working on wetlands, youth jobs in waste, all those. 14 of them exist. So, over 92,000 young people. This year, we have additional. We'll obviously do the round of count at the end of the financial year, which then would add up to the 92,000. But over and above that, we also have developed partnerships with some of the organizations of the young people. Some of them actually just don't arise from our side, but young people approach us and say, we would like to partner with you, for instance, on the greening of the economy, in particular for young people. Very good, innovative ideas that are coming. So we continue to encourage young people to even move like those, towards those that direction where those others have moved. We have just, as of yesterday, we're discussing another new partnership with another group of young people. But internally in the department itself, and DG I'm sure will talk about this, we do offer bursaries for young people to get into the various fields of our department, whether it's marine area. We have a huge program now in the marine living resources. The oceans economy opens up a big space for young people, so we do offer those bursaries. We offer bursaries in the space of the weather services. They are here as well. Young people have gone into that direction, into the spaces of your air quality and so forth. You can walk into the department now, you see new faces, young people who are being appointed from that. So the list is endless, and this is the reason why we are here to also showcase and invite more of our young people to become part and parcel of this big ship that's moving, that enters everywhere. You know, the list is endless. You go to every other field, young people may come in there. We don't just say, come in. Those who are uneducated are in these programs. And that's the objective of skilling them, upskilling them, and getting them to be able to, survive, but also get better life as going on. But also those who are educated, there are opportunities for them. We have just recently concluded a program called Groen Sebenza. Oh, it makes me cry. Postgraduates who are actually appointed and be given experiential learning. They are oozing with confidence now, and they are absorbed somewhere in various other fields as I speak now.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other projects, but let me turn to you, Councillor Messina. How is it that this young man there doesn't know about these things and he feels excluded? Are you reaching them? Do they know about your initiatives and your programs? What are you doing at Steve Schwed?
We have introduced garden refuse removal. It is managed and run by 5 cooperatives, mainly made of young people, young women, and they are doing it efficiently. They have created more than 100 jobs, and but over and above, our buyback center, where the recycling program is taken to, is managed and run by a young woman. She has created 60 jobs, permanent jobs, but also the groupings and the individuals that deal with the recycling project are actually job creation themselves, because they are branching and make sure that job opportunities are created. But I must say, Peter, that our ultimate goal is to make sure that we expand and get more young people coming into the party. For an example, our buyback center, and I think MEC Kamete can attest to that, it is so successful, you know, and thriving to such an extent that we need more land. And as we expand, obviously we are going to take more young people on board.
All right. I'm going to labor this point a little bit because it's so important, particularly the youth. And I'm just wondering, for a metro such as yours, what are you doing? What can young people engage with in terms of the city of Tshwane, for example, to feel included? Because he says we have these conversations, we discuss, but he feels like he's outside of the ring, as it were.
Okay, in the city of Tshwane, we also have programs. The program was actually launched by the executive mayor, which is called TEPO 10,000. And that was precisely created for youth, to get youth employed. It was, let me say, it's from the age of, say, 18 to 35, 36. Those people came and they applied, they filled in forms, and we actually helped them, the TEPO 10,000 group, to form cooperatives. And with these cooperatives, we take them for training as well. The University of Pretoria was also playing a role in helping us to educate these people on how a business is run. And from there, we then give them different jobs that they can do. For instance, we have got 3 buyback centers that was just refurbished in May, and we launched those 3 buyback centers. And in those buyback centers, we used some of these cooperatives from TEPO 10,000 to run those buyback centers. But we're not just stopping there. We are also giving them support, for them to gain experience and to learn how a buyback center is run, what is actually happening at the buyback center. And at the same time, we want to use these 3 buyback centers as incubators. We don't want the cooperative that is there now to be there for the rest of their lives. We want them to learn and upgrade themselves, and from there, we want to take them out, let them start their own buyback centers, and then what we actually want, I would like to see Tshwane every ward having its own buyback center. Although, like I said, we've got 3, and there's 2 also that is in the pipeline, 1 in Garankuwa and 1 in Mamelodi. The Garankuwa one has already been started building with the help of DIA as well. And the 3 that are running now, I believe those cooperatives that are there will then mature and then start their own. We'll give them a ward where they can go and start their own. And also, we're not saying once they're matured, we leave them. We will provide support all the time. And I think that is the program that has really succeeded in Tshwane, the TEPO 10,000 cooperatives. And that was specifically for young people.
Okay, and DG, I'm going to give you the final word on this, and I'm sure it'll come up again from the floor, but again, I'm hearing numbers here, but we almost need to scale this up massively if we're going to start to make a dent on the number of youth that need to reach.
Of course, I think that there is a lot of opportunities out there that are in the environmental sector or in the green economy sector. The issue is how we communicate and how we make that information available for young people to seek those opportunities and enroll, both in the areas of labor-intensive employment programs in our government's public employment programs. There are various opportunities within the Working for Water program on controlling invasive species in catchments, and over and above that, what then you do with the wood that is cleared from those catchments. There are eco-furniture factory in terms of value-added industry, wherein we make school furniture, for instance, in dealing with another challenge in basic education for the provision of school furniture. But we can do more than that. If you are having entrepreneurs that at least can access technologies that can treat some of the wood, the biomass, to then generate other products, whether it's a wood acid or pyrolysis oil and so on. So there are quite a number of opportunities. The question is, how do we then make sure that young people access those and make a living out of those opportunities?
If a young person is watching now and they want to find out of some of the opportunities that are available, can they go onto your website? How do they get hold of you so that they can at least have an idea of where they can start?
Peter, I think it is important to say that whatever we're talking about here is available on the website. But you know, website doesn't quite talk to people. We do have a number of our managers in the department itself. People can come. People can go to our MECs here from Mpumalanga, every MEC's office, just inquire about those programs, because I'm saying it may be unfair to refer everybody to a website because some of the people do not quite, at this point in time, have websites. But inquiring, looking at the website itself, after looking at the website, if you have an idea, come and actually talk to us. For instance, if I may pick up one of the examples, initiatives that's there. You know, there's a whole huge scope in the waste sector, for instance, waste management. We are looking at creation of small, medium, and micro enterprises, hundreds of them, and it's stated in the website, in that field of recycling in particular, because you can talk about waste. The buyback centers that colleagues are talking about are part of a stream of your waste management value chain. So the buyback center, people sell, collect waste in your own houses. Some of them do knocking, some collect as waste pickers at the waste landfill sites. Those are jobs that are created, and we want to actually formalize those waste pickers as well, so that they enjoy doing what they are doing with very good tools of trade and so forth and so forth. So collecting from your house, bringing to the buyback center, from a buyback center, taking to the recycling center, because it doesn't have to end there, so that it's a full circular economy. You will look at those, and those who actually have interest can then come and say, we are interested in being supported to do 1, 2, 3. Where, for instance, already advertised and started a program of dealing with 3 additional waste streams. Because we started first with the plastic waste stream, it didn't quite go well. We had also now done the tire waste stream, which is proving to be very successful. We're now moving into the electronics, packaging, and plastic as well. So that we take this thing stream by stream and focus on them creating that whole value chain. In this whole initiative, young people, ordinary people can come in. It's a massive industry. This has got a potential of contributing to the economy by another 25 billion rand.
Wow.
So if we really explore this particular industry as a chain, as a value chain, this is what South Africa can actually benefit. So young people, please Please, let's work together. Let them come. As I was saying yesterday, some group has approached us to say that let's now begin to work together. It ranges from every other, by the way, even the land care program. The fact that you have these many dongas that are eroding and filling up our dams before their actual lifespan come to an end. We have programs to actually fill up those areas and do the land care together with rural development. By the way, it's also a science. You don't just approach those things. So in the process, we skill them up to say what is it that they can do and how, and they end up having a know-how.
All right, okay. I'm hearing the words waste management, collection, buyback, recycling, collection centres, all of that. I want to explore that a little bit further after this break and start getting more questions from the floor as well as at you at home at Morning Live, SABC. That's our Twitter handle. See you after this.